Israel-Gaza Iran War News Live Update. Hasty and foolish is how Iran describes the UN nuclear watchdog resolution. Accusing Iran and calling on it to increase cooperation with the UN monitor, the IAEA board adopted a resolution. The Iranian government has criticized what it calls the hasty and foolish move by the IAEA Board of Governors to condemn Tehran, according to Iranian state TV. On Wednesday, the 35-member Board of Governors of the United Nations Nuclear Watchdog issued a resolution urging Iran to end its recent ban on inspectors and increase cooperation with the monitoring. Iranian state television cited the Iranian envoy to the UN as saying that the Western country's action was rash and foolish, and it will definitely hurt the diplomatic engagement and constructive cooperation between Iran and the opposing parties. This is the first motion of its kind at the IAEA board since November 2022, sponsored by Britain, France, and Germany, but opposed by China and Russia. It occurs at a time when Western nations are worried that Iran is trying to build a nuclear bomb, a suspicion that Tehran has repeatedly rejected, and an impasse has ensued over Iran's nuclear operations, which have recently escalated. 20 nations voted in favor of the resolution, including the United States, who was first hesitant for fear of escalating tensions in the Middle East. 12 countries did not participate, and 1 country abstained, according to 3 diplomats who spoke to the AFP news agency. The censure move seeks to increase diplomatic pressure on Iran, with the possibility of referring the matter to the UN Security Council, but it is still symbolic at this point. Already, Tehran had warned of a stern and effective response and criticized the censure move, saying it lacked a legal, technical, and political foundation. Tehran has responded to comparable decisions in the past by boosting its uranium enrichment activities and removing equipment from its nuclear sites meant to monitor them. Riyadh has reportedly amassed enough nuclear material to construct many atomic bombs. According to the International Atomic Energy Agency, European nations condemned Iran's nuclear program expansion to frightening heights as unprecedented for a state without a nuclear weapons program during the Monday to Friday deliberations at the International Atomic Energy Agency Board of Governors in Vienna. Iran continues to amass massive uranium reserves while enriching it to a high level of 60%. Just short of weapons grade, according to the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA. No other non-nuclear weapon state has done this. The E3, which consists of Germany, France, and Britain, issued a statement saying that the resolution delivered a strong and reiterated message of support for the IAEA's efforts to resolve the matter. Advertisement with Iran's attacks on the international safeguards regime's legitimacy and the non-proliferation system's very basis. The board will not stand idly by, they added. This is a chance for Iran to settle these unresolved issues, and we hope they do so that the board doesn't have to step in again. Over time, Iran has progressively abandoned its obligations under the nuclear agreement it signed with international powers in 2015, the historic agreement, which had offered Iran sanctions relief in return for limits on its nuclear program, collapsed following the U.S. withdrawal unilaterally in 2018 under then-President Trump. There have been no successful attempts to resurrect the contract. Western countries should show political will and take the required actions to restore the implementation of the 2015 deal, was the unified request from Tehran, Moscow, and Beijing, as reported by Iran's official news agency IRNA on Wednesday. However, the United States disagreed, claiming that Iran continued with operations that undermined the opportunity for that deal, and now makes spurious comments to distort